Hello and welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. We are back with Never Surrender Ship Evolution, and today we're going to do some upgrading to the ship, especially filling in some gaps. Alright, so first things first, we do need to fill in the gaps of the ship, and we need to make some upgrades as well. But we do need to get platinum, which we did get a little bit off camera. And we got a decent amount in our bridge system. So right now it's not even connected to the main ship. So you'll see... Oh, it is connected by the merge blocks. But in terms of the cargo containers, we have a whole bunch of these platinum, a little bit of stone as well. So this stuff we need to transfer out into the main ship for it to get refined. So we need to get into our cockpit here, and of course extend the piston and then lock it from there. There we go. So platinum should be refining that way, or do I have to move it into it? I forget. Let's see. So refining, that's fine. So it looks like we're gonna do the cobalt first there, so that's that. But in terms of platinum, so I'm just gonna move everything over to the large cargo container that we have, and get rid of things that's in the bridge ship. So at least, you know, we know what's what basically, or what has what in a sense. So it looks like we got over 300,000 platinum, which is great. Oh, almost 400, nearly 400,000 of platinum. So that's not bad. So we can get rid of the stone. The stone can refine from our refinery or our survival kit. I think the survival kit's doing it. But we need to refine all that. All 386 platinum, which we don't have much of. Did we finish refining all the gold, or did we even spend all the gold? I think we may or may not have spent all the gold. So that's a little scary. So that's gold. That's gold. That's good. Okay, so we still got a decent amount of gold. Not a lot, but it's decent. But I don't think we need gold. We do need gold. So hopefully we have enough. If not, we're just going to have to fly or jump to get some more gold, which is a little annoying, but should be okay. All right. So what are we going to do today? Mention filling in some gaps. So we can get started with that first, which isn't a problem at all. The only thing I want to do beforehand is to refill our oxygen bottle here. Okay. So there's a few things that you may have noticed and I didn't talk about just yet, and that is the HUD. So I finally decided to go into the options and add in some mods. The notable mods that I added is the rich HUD, or rich color HUD. I forget what's it called specifically, but I'll link it in the description below if needed. And other thing I inputted here is a camera panning mod, which will help view the camera from the drilling system. You'll see right here. So the camera, of course, by default is a standstill camera, and we can't move it or rotate it. We could always zoom, so here's zooming, but now we added the function where we can pan the camera in different directions. Honestly, you can still do this without the mod, but it's gonna be a little chunkier because you could probably use the kind of turret, custom turret controller to really do this whole panning system and everything like that. But didn't care to do it that way, so I just added a mod. Yes, I know mods can be a little bit cheesy. I agree, and I try to minimize use of mods for the most part, just for fun, and keep it as vanilla as possible. But you know, just to use some ease of life kind of mods makes a big difference, and it'll just kind of make the series go by a little bit quicker. And lastly, the other mod I added, obviously, if you follow my series or videos that I create, I have easy inventory on. We don't need it. I'm okay with build planner, but again, I'm very used to easy inventory, and then I actually use easy inventory and build planner kind of conjointly, and I don't know, I just find it to work better that way. So that's just a preference of mine. But yes, everybody has their own preference playing Space Engineer, so that's my preference. All right, filling in the gaps. We can fill in the gaps on the bottom, so that's not a big deal. And I do want to fill in the gaps. It's going to be a little bit different from how I would probably normally fill it out. So I'm thinking we can just fill it out based on how we have some of these things here. So I'm thinking towards the bottom, I think this is the lowest level here. So if I did it this way, it's gonna be flushed with the thruster over there. So that may be a good or bad thing. I don't know. I kind of want to keep that on the lower side and keep it. Actually, you know what? Maybe I don't do that way. Well, we'll keep it on that for now. I'm thinking we could make it equivalent to this a little bit. If we want to add a design function to it, we'll just add this here. And maybe we do... I'm thinking, what if we did kind of the same thing, but add another layer here. And then we'll just bring it down right up to here. We can add these things like that. Would that be okay? Means that there's a different bit of a design, which you probably never see because it's on the bottom. But I guess that might work for now. And I think I could keep it this way to see if that's gonna work or not. It's not bad, but it's not also great. So what if I just did it this way instead? One off. That looks a little bit better, I guess. If we do the same thing for this, I mean, that's probably not going to be a significant difference. And this is still going to be exposed, so that kind of made it no point of doing it that way. So yeah, I mean, the only reason why I would keep it like this is to give it a little bit more height, so I could walk under the refinery if anything. But we still can't walk through the thrusters here, so that's another thing. But I guess this way does add a little bit more room to add things. So we can try it this way and kind of update it later down the line. Alright, so the problem with this is the curves here. So how do I do this? I guess we can just do it that way, which would probably make it look a little odd. I will leave it. And we'll just close this up here, and we'll just try to keep it slightly off of that. And I don't think we need this one here. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll close this off, and that should be okay. Yeah, that's not that bad. So we add here and just keep going, and then we'll probably end up doing this on the same other side as well. So we just move quickly, and we'll get back to this shortly. All right, so all finished, as you see over here. Well, we still have thrusters to finish up, but we close the gaps on the bottom for the most part, except for those little spots there. But we closed it up, so we added a little bit of a design here. So that's what you'll see on the bottom right here. So it adds a bit of a third block or layer or something. Maybe not a third, but maybe a second or so. And yeah, with all this designing here, made it look a little decent. We could also add this. Oop, that's not what we want. I was also thinking about adding this block here as well, just to kind of get that extra look to it. So it might look good, it might not in this case. And it's also on the bottoms, which you'll probably never see for the most part. So why am I adding it? Who knows at this point. Alright, so we can add this here. This is just extra protection, if anything. Doesn't really do too much. And actually that doesn't look too bad. So let's just add it on the other side. And we're not going to add it anymore towards the inside just for now. I don't think it's necessary. But yeah, it's looking good for the most part here. And we can color this a different color. So we can do that. There we go. Just add that extra little design to it. Different look. And that is actually not too bad. Cool. So obviously we can add it right here. And some right here. But I'm going to leave it for now. So the other gap we need to kind of accomplish and fix is this. So our current ship that's attached from the top, we need to do some upgrading here. We need to change it out a bit because we don't necessarily need all this to be up here. So we probably have to swap some things around. We already did that with the hydrant thrust. We swapped it to the very bottom, which it used to be by the wing section right over here. But we had to put the cargo container here. So that's why that's there now. But I think if we had to, we can move some of the thrust down here. Now the problem with this is, do I continue to use ion thrust, or should I go with the hydrogen thrusters there? Either way, it's gonna stick out a little bit, so I kind of don't want it to stick out like that. I really don't. I don't know why, but I don't want it to stick out like that. So we're gonna have to push up by 1. And in order to do that, that means it's gonna stick up like this. So that's another problem I'm gonna have. I don't want it to stick up from here because I need this pathway so I can walk. So maybe we just kind of exclude these two instead. I'm okay putting it here because there's a bit of a block here anyways. So I'm gonna throw it down here, and maybe I'll just throw 2 along the sides here as well. So I don't like how that looks when it's hidden like that. We move it this way. Yeah, that looks terrible. So I'm gonna go with the old school look. I like the old school ion thrusters when it's hidden inside like that. When it's not, that's when this kind of looks funky. But actually, you know what? I can change it up a bit. Let's see. How are these bottom ones? Okay, so the bottom ones are looking like this. Let me add that one there and that one right there. And actually, no. I think if we move or change this block around, it would make it look a little bit better. And I think we need to add like a half block or something. So we added something like that. That makes it look slightly better, but not significantly better. And plus, we could add a third one there instead. But I think what I'm going to do is actually leave that alone. Put a hole here and here. And we add it. We just add the additional ones here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna add one here and add a same thing here. We're gonna do a half block towards the top, and then we can add another thruster right here. So that might be the better bet to accommodate for the thrusters. Well, it looks like we had 3 total thrusters actually, but this is gonna be 2. We're gonna be off by 1 additional thruster. So do we add it here instead, or do we add it anywhere else that we can potentially use? I mean, we could put it here. I don't see a problem with that. We'll put one here, and again we could put one here. So these gaps we're probably never going to use anyways, so I'm okay with putting a thrust there. The only problem is, which way do we want to put thrusters? Again, it looks kind of odd when it's hidden like this. Well, not like this. But if we throw it up like that, it always looks a little bit odd. I'm okay with leaving it like that for now. Honestly, if it sticks out just a little bit, it probably look a little bit better. But not much we can do about it right this moment. Or actually, we can do this actually. This wouldn't be too bad. We'll just add not the half block this time around, but we'll add this one, the slope half block kind of set in a sense. So that way we can use a full block right here and right here. So that should be a little bit better if I had the steel plates. Here we go. So that's looking decent. And then we just got to transfer out pretty much all the ion thrusters here. And in order to do that, we're just going to have to dismantle them and then port them over basically, in terms of the materials at least. So we just grab one here, throw it here, and rinse and repeat basically. So not gonna bore you with that, so I'll see you in a second. Alright, so the ion thrusters are transferred out, so that's not looking too bad. And we gotta find a way to close this up. Not sure how I'm gonna do that right this moment, but we're gonna have to do it eventually. So I think most of it's holding my batteries, which is the interesting part. We definitely don't need this right there. We may or may not need the refinery here, but we can leave it for now. But how do we close this part up? I think we have to go back here, right around there. And I think we can go with the slope looking like thing here, I think. I just want to make it kind of airtight like that. Guess we could do it that way. But we can also put more blocks right over here as well. Although this may or may not be airtight if I left the block behind in the back. If I didn't have that, it still might be airtight. I'm not too sure. But to be on the safe side, we can just do it this way. Alright, so that's what that's gonna look like. It's not terrible. Okay. I can live with that. So can we live with building it up from here? Kind of. But not really. This is what I don't like right here. But it should be okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. Let's leave it for now. We'll put this here. And right over here should mimic down here, I think. So it'll be kind of like that. And we put these slopes here, and then we need another one here for the slope. Oh, no. One here and then slope like that. Yeah. Yeah, that can kind of work. Maybe. I don't know. It's doing okay. Yeah, we could do that. That's not that bad. Okay. So one other thing I could do is make this kind of similar right here if we need to. But I think we're not going to do that, right? Probably shouldn't. We'll leave it as is. Let's just close this up for now, and we'll have to weld it up if we need to, or not weld it, remove it if we need to make any changes on that. So this is looking okay. This might be an issue for air tightness right here, but we'll leave it for now. Okay, we gotta find a way to kind of get all this airtight. So it looks like we need to close it from here all the way down up to here to get it to be airtight. Looks like we might not be able to do that. We can. It is gonna work, but not the greatest. So if we did, for an example, this way, we have to get rid of this in order to do that. So that's not a problem. We can do it this way. Okay. And we'll just close it out from here. And that should be getting close to airtightness. And I say getting close is only because this here is a little bit exposed, which we can close up in a sec. For sure, yeah. That's not going to be a problem. So let's weld up some of these things and get this side situated the same way. Alright, so that's all welded up. Not looking too bad. I guess we could... maybe we get rid of this. Oh, looks like we got some excess here. Which is good to have the excess also, because we can always put something else there. Alright, so I'm thinking of doing this. Like so. And we could do a half block in here. And that might do it. We could use the beams instead, but this looks okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. Alright. So that's situated. When will you ever see the back anyways? I have no idea. So I'm not going to be too worried about that. But here is where we're probably going to add a door. So if we need to come in and out from the rear side, at least we could come in and out that way. So, ooh, I should add the vault door. Yes, that is what I'm going to add. So we can get rid of this and add the vault door here. So let's see, can it be done? Yes, it can. So we can do it this way. Yep, that's good. And if we need to, we can do a double door system if we really need to. All right, here we go. So this is a door. And as I was saying, if we need to do double door system, we could plop one right next to it like so. And that might be a good idea, but it also does stick out a little bit more than I want it to. But that should be okay. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Let's put that together. Now we got a double door system. So we can easily close this one up. On the top. There we go. Yep. And there we go. We are inside the main ship. Not completely airtight just yet still. But we are definitely closing up more gaps as possible. So, yeah. I mean, we're probably not going to be airtight. I'm pretty sure something's going to be out of place. For now, I'm going to add this here, which I shouldn't add because I can use that port over there, but it's fine. Let's finish up the rest here. So, the next piece is going to be right here. There's an easy way to making this airtight, and that is actually just to plop it here and here, but we have to move this thruster. So that's one thing. If we don't move the thruster, then we're gonna fill it up from the bottom right over here, which is also not bad, considering we're not gonna use this space for much that I can think of. And I do see that cargo might be an issue too, right there. So that's not a good sign, actually. I mean, I could easily move this thruster. This thruster can go right back here. So, and we could also change it to the warfare one. Just throw it right here, and we can throw one on the other side. And that's still gonna look decent. It's not gonna be terrible. It's decent. Yeah, it's decent. Or we just ignore it because we have a whole bunch over here. So there's some options here. I think what I want to do is just take it out. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it out because I don't think it's necessary to have that there. And it's gonna be same for the other side as well. So just throw those parts in there and grab the steel plates back. And we're just gonna close it up right over here. That's kind of be the easy fix and the better looking fix, I would assume. The only thing I don't like about this is that we need to add some kind of look to it here. So I'm thinking this piece, right? No? Yes, that. That's exactly what I was looking for. Right there. And if we really, really had to, or have to, we can do the slope blocks here and fix it up here and close it out. I'm not going to do that just yet because I think there's an opportunity to move this guy here too. Or not. Using that slope. Nope. Doesn't give us the opportunity to do that actually. But we could just remove it as well. Do we need all those thrusters? Probably not. Oh, here's something we can do. Let me just do this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick it in there actually. So if I stuck it right here, that's gonna create an airtight system too, which is actually good. Okay, I think that is going to be our better bet. So we're gonna add it right here. And do we add it this way or this way? This way or this way? This way? This way. This way. There we go. We got rid of that. And here we go. We got some thruster right inside. And that's not terrible. Okay, it could be better. Definitely could be better. But I'm gonna go with it for now. Alright, so that's that. This is a hydrogen engine, which we can't necessarily move right now because it has a lot of hydrogen in it, I believe. So we'll leave it, but we can always add a different design to it. Shoot, we got to find a way to remove it. Actually, yeah, we got to remove it somehow. Ooh, you know what we could use in this? I think we could use this. Where's that block? This block here. Nope, not this one. Oh, it don't have that. Shoot. No, I don't have the block that I'm looking for. It doesn't exist. We could just add a half block here for now, and we can get to the cargo. That's not even a half. Not even a half block, but that looks okay. And if we really need to, we can just do this for a random looking design. Like so. That kind of works. And left this little gap here so we can get to the cargo container if we ever need to from the rear. Yeah, so that's looking decent. That changes it up a little bit. And I think we need to get rid of the hydrogen that's in this engine. There's 100 of it filled here. If I stockpile this guy, will it grab from it? If it does grab from it, good. If it doesn't, that's a problem. And it looks like that's a problem. So, how many hydrogen tanks we have? Hydrogen. Oh, we have a lot of these hydrogen engines. Okay, so the two that's there we can leave. This one, if we waste it, we waste it, I guess. Or we turn it on and let it burn out. Is the other option here. I think we can do that. Although I think our batteries are pretty full anyways. Yeah. They're pretty full. Except for this one. Oh, there was one. negative 2 seconds. I've never seen that before. Alright, so these are pretty much full. This one fully recharges, and yeah, they're all pretty full. So it's unnecessary to really turn it on. But I do need to remove it because it's a block that I don't need. You know what I can do? Take all my reactors, turn them off. That way, I guess we could kind of recharge it that way. I don't know. That might work a little bit to our advantage here. All right, let's check into our inventory really quick. We're still producing anything there, I think, because we didn't move any platinum to be refined. We did. Okay, so that's not too bad. We should really do more from there. So I'm just gonna remove these things. And let the platinum get through. Basic, that's fine. Basic refinery. The other refineries, I want you to take care of the platinum first, please. What is going on here? Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but okay. Yes, one engine, and it looks like we're about to deplete all the hydrogen that's in there, so that's good. That's actually pretty crazy. It's so quick to run out. So what else can we do? Well, why is this different shade of coloring? It's one thing. Here we go. We still are waiting for our thruster components to fulfill these two, and then we'll fulfill the rest back here or on the sides. I honestly don't think that's enough for the side thrusting, so we might have to find an alternative, and I'm kind of seeing an alternative being right over here actually. So should we plug it right there? That might be an option. How far back can we get this thing? I think the furthest we can go is going to stick out just a tad. Not exactly what I want. I kind of didn't want to stick out, but we might not have an option there. The other option is to put it back here with this slope. I kind of want to know what that's gonna look like too. So if we got rid of these blocks right over here, let's see what it looks like actually. So we did that, and this one here, so that empties it out. We throw in the thruster right in there. Boom. Not terrible. Not so great either. But I think if we could do it this way and on, it might work a little bit better. Or I mean, we could just leave it like that as a design. Huh. That might be it. So make it a little longer. We can just do that, this here, and this here. Sure. Why not? Let's just try that out. And here we can use a regular slope. Yep, there you go. Bit of a different design. It's not bad.
Energy critical.
But here is where it's not as flushed as I really want it. I think preferably. No, actually that's fine. I was thinking of slope it over here and I just stick out a little bit, but I don't think that's a really good idea. So we'll just leave it this way. So we'll just put in everything it needs as much as possible and pretty much go from there. Okay, so that's good. That's just a random added design. It looks okay, but it's likely just gonna fall right off anyways, to be honest. Sure, why not? We'll leave it as is. So we just gotta do the same thing for this side as well. Alright, so that's all we can do so far with the large iron thruster. We do need to wait for the thruster components to kind of build itself out. And we just gotta add that extra design here. So we just gotta throw it, as we mentioned, right here. And not sure what I did with this side. How did I do that? Oh, I just threw it in there. That's a little odd. So let's not do it that way. We'll leave it on this side, but not this side. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, so once again, we'll just add the slope blocks here, here, here. Same thing with this one. And we're good to go. Alright, so that's the added little design there. Do we really need that? Probably not. And we need to make some color changes here. But for now, we'll leave it as is. And we do need to close up this spot. So how can we close this up? I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, we can use some windows here. And whatever I can get rid of, I'm going to get rid of. So that's not much. So that's not going to do too much. Yeah, I think to get some kind of lighting in here, we probably could close this up with some windows. If not a window, maybe the half windows here. I think windows would ideally be the better idea here. So where's our windows? Our windows are here. We can do the slope ones like so. I kind of don't want to put it on the outside. I kind of want to put it in the inside like this. And we should be able to do that. Yeah. Can we do this? Let's see here. The windows. I want to put the graded stuff outside. So I'm talking about this. Can this be on the outside as a grill system, and then we put the window behind it? That might work, I think. So let's get our interior plates here. Okay, we add the grill system. Can we do which way? Yeah, we can do it this way, and that's looking good. Okay, that's good. We could do it that way. And of course we should probably situate that before we put the windows on the other side. So okay, so let's get that welded, and this welded. We're good there. Then we add the window in the inside, and we do it this way. So it looks like we just need 2 windows, and that's just going to generate a little bit more light inside, I think. Well, actually no, because it's looking dark once I added those pieces there. So might not be the best thing to do. But yeah, I think once we closed this up, it got super dark for some reason. That's okay. We'll just do this. There we go. So that's kind of gives it a little bit of venting looking like system, but behind it's glass, so at least you can see through. How does it look on the outside? Yep, you can see right through, so that's an added benefit. Why is that not welded? I don't know. Can we get to that on the inside? Hopefully. Yeah, we can. Oh, that's the large ion thruster. That's fine. Alright, so we just gotta mimic it on both sides really quick, and we should be good to go from there. Alright, so as you can see, it's a little bright in here right now. If I add a window, completely, of course. It's still nice and bright. But I think the moment I decide to go and add these diagonal windows, it's going to be a bit dark. Odd as it may seem, it would make sense in some ways, but not really all the way. Because they are open and exposed, so why would it do that? Should I have it done it in a different way? It's vented diagonally that way. I don't know if I did it the same way this way. No, we did it the opposite on this side. Yeah, we got it slanted and going this way. But this side we have it slanted and going that same way. So we got to change this. Let's mimic what we have on the other side as well. So just flip it over. There you go. And that should do it. Now we can see on the inside if there's anything with lights, which I think the battery's back there so you can see it. So that's a good thing. And let's see. It is completely dark. So yeah, that really makes it really dark in there. Oh well, not much we're gonna do about that. That's taken care of. We got a decent vented look back here. I mean, we could really add something called a vent if we need to, a heat vent. Haven't tried using that too much just yet. I wouldn't even know where to put that, to be honest, at the very moment. But at least we have a bit of a look here, which is good. I think I want to color some of these blocks the same as well. Like so. Yeah, that would do. We're gonna have to go a little bit further with this soon. So maybe, well, we can just do this right now. Oh, that pains me. The hatch door. Ouch. Not too worry, because we could leave it like that, or we could put another half block right here and make it look like that. So that's not that bad. Okay. So that's the back. Not bad. It's doing okay. And from the top, it looks like everything is, or should be, airtight. The only problem I can see that's not airtight would have been the cargo container right here. As you can see, the solar panel. So that's the only problem that I'm going to see here. Do we need the solar panels right now? No, so we can kind of remove it and then close out what we can close out for the cargo container. But yeah, anyways, this is killing my hydrogen, I think. No, it's not doing anything. Alright, let's turn this off. Dismantle it. We don't need it. And we can add more to it or add something here if we need to. We can definitely get rid of this. Okay, so that's looking good. I would love to move these thrusters down, but I can't because there's batteries. But we could move it down here instead. It's an option, but we'll leave it for now. I like this one like this because it makes it look like a kind of like a truck kind of situation. But we can add a block here temporarily. Yeah, that'll work for now. We're still not airtight on the side for the most part then. So we have that, we have this. We could airtight the back here. by adding pretty much 2 blocks here. Here and here. And that should kind of do it. Or we just add, I'm not sure if that's going to be airtight, but we could do this and that might do it too. Not too sure. Might as well add these two. And maybe this one as well. That side at least should be airtight as long as we get everything else welded up. Yeah, that's looking good. The front's airtight already. So yeah, so we're almost there. We're closing all the gaps. And we have a pretty decent looking ship so far in the bottom and the rear. We're still producing a bunch of thruster components, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, so another step I wanted to take, other than kind of flushing this out, moving some stuff. Before we do that, especially for the thumbnail, because we with each thumbnail the ship changes a bit. If you noticed, if you didn't, kind of look back at all the thumbnails. They're all different based on the ship's evolution on the outside. So that's why I don't really focus too much on the inside for the most part. But I'm going to now because we can. So once this is completely welded, it should be airtight. So I'm not going to be worried of that, I believe. Should be okay. We don't need this block and this block for sure. And so that might not be airtight. So do we close that out? Yeah, so do we close this out? I guess we can. I mean, we're not going to walk in this little crevice for no reason anyways. So we could close that out. If this is airtight, then I'll leave it. But if it's not, we would have to do kind of like that to it. Which is probably not exactly what I wanted to do, but we can do it that way. Because now it's now it's a little bit hard to kind of look for a spot to maneuver around. I'm not even sure exactly what I would put back here anyways, but I was hoping to get space to walk around a bit more. But I guess we can't. So well, there's some space here to do something. Put stuff. Like a programming block or maybe something else. I don't know. But at least it gives me that opportunity to do so. And from here, looks like we get rid of this if need be. So that block we can't get rid of. And yeah, so we have room to put stuff here. It looks like. Do we need this then? Oh. Do we need this? No. We don't need these little holes, so that's fine. We'll take care of that. We don't need this. We're likely not going to need to put anything up here. So we close that gap out. Okay. So then we have a bit of walking space right over here. And space to put stuff. So we can easily just put a bit of a slope here. And here, or we could do stairs. A little lazy right now to get the stairs. So we just do these slope blocks here. Here we could close out. Or not. We could put some stuff here, I think. This we can't get rid of. Okay. Alright, so that's fine. We'll leave it as that. Not a problem. I guess we can do that too. So we can walk up here if we need to, walk up there if we need to. And that should be it. I mean, we could put programming blocks and all the other kind of stuff in here. It's a very tight corridor spot right here, but you know, it is what it is. And this is a little bit of spacing. Yeah, it's not too bad. And we can just climb up here with no problems. So we just can add, I'm just gonna add a slope here and here. Right, so that's good to go, but we do need to add it on the other side as well. So this can go away. How come this looks so much more spacious? Why is that? Or is it, or am I just imagining things? I think I'm just imagining things. Well, this was the spacious part. And here is the cramped part. But, okay. May or may not have designed it in different ways. Huh? Let's check this out. So in the back here is the windowed. And then back here is cramped. Okay. I'm feeling like I should just fill that out. Okay, just make it flush. So we go all the way back here, we can make this flush. Ah, right. We wanted to make sure this was airtight, that's why we did it that way. So we have to kind of close this up. Right there, and here, right there. Okay. Alright, so I think we have it kind of mimic the same exact way. Yeah, we do. So we got a little kind of like cubby holes here to add stuff, which is exactly what we need. Well, we don't need it, but it's good to have kind of situation. And that kind of takes care of the inside. So, yeah, it's a large ship, but it is pretty cramped up in here. That's too bad. But it is what it is. So, okay, everything's looking nice and symmetrical. We have space to add stuff up here as well. I guess we could just add a few blocks here if we need to. Just a little bit of reinforcements. Alright, and that should be good. We're good on the inside. Of course, we need to add lights, but that can come at a later time. Now we should take care of the very top. So the back is looking nice and bulky. I feel like because we added that, we should really flip these things over, but not much we can do about it right this moment. Alright, the back is looking great. Not too shabby. The top needs to change. Our little bridge here looks good. Nice little bubble. The hydrogen tank. Now, we could do something a little different with that. We can get 2 of these things if we moved it. So, yes, they do explode now with hydrogen in it. So that's the scary part. So where should we move it? If we move it inside, that's a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing is it's protected. Bad thing is if it does blow up inside, the stuff inside is gonna blow up. So, right. Not much we can do inside, unfortunately. Maybe we do stick them outside. And when they're outside, it actually looks better, to be honest. So how do we do this? Maybe we add it as part of the wing system here and redesign the wing system. Not sure. I do know that we can move like the O2 systems here, like this one, inside if necessary. But definitely this adds the biggest bulk. So if we move the hydrogens in here, let's just say, let's just take the solar panel off for a quick second. I think we could add it right here actually. That might do. And I may have to remove some of these thrusters as well. So let's just try that out. See what we can do here. Yeah, I think this is a good spot for it. And it's not touching a lot of stuff. So that's a bit of good news. So if I add it right in the middle, we do have to change up the the hydrogen thrusters a bit if we do add this here. We should extend. We have to extend this out a little bit too. Okay, let's get rid of the iron thrusters first. And I guess we just exchange it in there. So iron thrusters out of the picture. What we should do, I think we're gonna do this. Let's just say, for example, we'll take the beam here instead. And then we'll situate it around the hydrogen tank itself. So yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. We're gonna have to get rid of this. So that's removed. That means we put the hydrogen tank right here. Too bad we had two here. I mean, you can add a third one. If we add, I don't even know what it's being piped into. It's piped into, oh, sorry, in there. Okay. So if we had to add a third one just to make it symmetrical, I would put it here. Yeah. So that's where I'm going to put a conveyor junction. Like so. Makes it airtight. Get everything done there. And we could do a piping system like we have here. And then we can add an hydrogen thrust there. If necessary. That looks terrible. That's not the right way around that I want it. I actually didn't know it was like that. I thought it was fairly symmetrical. And I noticed that... Huh, I never realized the handles were a bit different too. It's interesting. Okay. So we add that there. We add another thrust here if we need to. Alright. I think that should do. And if we're adding a tank, it is going to be right here. Do we add the circular tank? No, this one is not that good looking outside, but this one will do. So we can add it this way, right there. There we go. So then what we can do from here is add back kind of those beams here as well. So let's see, what is the best way to do the beams? Okay, so we don't want to... Yeah, we don't want to close out the port here. We want to leave that exposed. So how did we do this before? We just kind of leaned close against it. Like that. So... I mean, we could just use a general beam block like this. And then add a bit of a slope right here, if anything. Or maybe not the slope. I got it. I got it. Let's see. So we're going to add this slope instead. Right here. Yep. There we go. So interesting that when you... this color choice here matches kind of like that. Okay. We don't need this and this, to be honest. Because we can add it like here. Just to make it look a tad bit better. Right there. Okay. So then that we will probably mimic off of what we've done here. Alright, let's leave it open like this for now. I think we're gonna add 3 hydrogen thrusters here. But what we can do is mimic off of what we did previously on the other side. So that was something like half blocks, like so, and extend it out up to here. Right? Yeah, I think that was it. So unfortunately that doesn't stick properly. So what we can do, ooh, I hope that's still connected. We could put a half block here and do this. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit better. And we just gotta match it on the bottom. So luckily in the bottom we just need to use half blocks or the half beam block like so. And add this here. get the other half block here. And there we go. So we can extend this a little bit out more if we need to. Yeah, only if we need to. And here we can add like a piping system for the hydrogen thrusters. I'm not going to put them here for now. We'll just leave it as is. Here we're going to have to do the same thing. We can extend this out a little bit.
Inventory full.
So yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Can we extend this more? No, we're gonna leave this alone. Yeah, I'm probably gonna change it up. I'm gonna have it extended on the front side more than the back side like we did previously. Let's see how that looks. All right, so that's the back side. Well, the front side should be a little shorter, to be honest. That's the way it should look, I think. All right, so that's all done. Look what we got so far. I do wish we can hide the hydrogen thrusters a little bit better on the sides. The ones going up is fine. The ones going forward and backwards, actually I think I need to push this forward a little bit more so we can hide it better. Potentially. Yeah, I think so. But for now it's looking decent. It's not too bad. Because if we did add, let's just say, the junction here and then stick out the hydrogen thrust, it looks a little bad like this. So we gotta find a solution to fix this.
Energy
But for now we'll keep it as is. I did extend the back part a little bit more than it should be, and I added this kind of wing system here. So it does give it a little bit of a definition there. So it looks decent. That looks terrible. So we're gonna find a way to fix that very soon. But for now, it's gonna do. Yeah, it's definitely gonna have to do. I'm gonna get rid of some more of the solar panels because we don't need them here. But I think that's what was hiding a lot of stuff. We're gonna get rid of this hydrogen tank actually. So we don't need the bulk to be this tall. So what we're gonna do is actually take the other hydrogen tanks, these two, and just stockpile them. So we can steal off of this one. And I think it's a steal equally, so that's a good thing. I guess. So once those are done, we can get rid of this hydrogen tank right here. So I'm gonna remove this right now.
inventory full.
And I didn't realize we actually added the reactors on the outside. That's a little bit rough. Because if it gets shot down, we're pretty much screwed. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pretty bad when it blows up. Maybe. Alright. So we're just gonna get rid of that for the time being. And we pretty much made this thing a little bit on the shorter side, which is kind of what we wanted here. So I'm just gonna slope out this a little bit for the time being, like so, and we'll just keep it as this. I don't know what was connected to this. I hope everything's still connected. Yeah, everything's connected to that. That should be okay. Yeah, for now. We definitely need to come up with a solution down the line for a new look and everything like that. So leave the little cat ears there. That's fine. And here is where I'm not even sure where what to call it, airtight here too. So that's another issue that we can leave for later. We should move the reactors down in the inside to get coverage. And yeah, I mean that's all for now, I think. Eventually some of these stuff is gonna have to be removed. The hydrogen tanks or engines gonna have to be removed. We don't need this. This is a hydrogen tank, but I think it is actually connected somehow. Maybe. Wait, is it? Probably not. Let's see.
Inventory full.
Let's take the risk of seeing if things gonna fall off.
Full.
Nope, nothing fell off. Good. Perfect. Yeah. So the reactors are connected to the hydrogen tanks. That's connected to that block, which is connected to the cargo container. So we are okay there. So nothing too crazy about that. Right now we're just planning it out. I mean, yeah, I'm just planning out, and we're good to go. We could get rid of the antenna.
Inventory.
I mean, I don't think we really need it. We probably should keep it, but it's okay.
Inventory full.
I think we just need a beacon more than anything else. Yeah, so that should be good. The extra solar panels here, I'm gonna leave it for now. Yeah, I'll leave it for now. Ooh, I like the design of the hydrogen engines being outside. Definitely not a good thing, but it does make it look pretty cool. Reactors definitely go inside. And I think we're good. I don't know what to add here just yet. Maybe I remove the refinery a little bit. So we could bring it up just a tad. We could do that. That's definitely an idea. But we just made this thing a little bit less taller. And yeah, I don't know what else we can do. We can add more hydrogen. Ooh, maybe this is where we had the hydrogen tanks. Or hydrogen thrust. We can add it right here. And that'll be kind of hidden, which is good. And then we can ignore this right here. I'm thinking if we had to, we would do it right here. We could do it right there or out one more going... Well, it's going to be here but facing the left side. So that's what I was thinking. That might be a good spot for it. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good spot for the side thrusting. We don't have to worry about this ugliness here. We still got to add the ones here as well. So there's that. But I think we have to extend this slope here by 1. Once we do it by 1, things can look a little bit better. Or another option that just came to mind is if we just use these slopes right here. How's that gonna look? Let's see, for an example, we can add, I'm gonna add the original thrusters. That's not bad. If we add the industrial one, looks like we actually need something there. Let's see. Let's just take a quick look what that looks like. We add a conveyor here, and we can add 2 more on the side, and then we add the industrial one here. Actually, no, that's not that bad actually. So we might do that actually. I think, yeah, that is probably the better idea here. Yep, I think that's the better idea. Yeah, that is still fairly hidden in some ways, and it's not too out there. So that is what I'm gonna go with. And that means we're just gonna plug it in here. I'm probably not gonna add the thrusters for now. But that's where we're gonna go with. For sure. Alright, there we go. So that is not too bad. So it's gonna look a little hidden once we add the other ones here too. If we add them, I'll probably use C tubes like that, or pipes. And then we have the hydrogen there. Yeah, that's looking good. And we can do the same exact thing on the opposite side as well, right here. But the side ones we can get rid of. We're gonna use some beams to connect the 2 sides. Yep, I think I'm gonna do that. And we'll put the hydrogen over there. That sounds like the better idea and plan. So that's looking decent. This is the whole entire ship with the bridge ship. I think I'm gonna get rid of this eventually, but that's what's throwing it off. I think the whole ship looks pretty cool, minus the drill in the front. And this is really looking good. It's a lot going on here. Inside's got some more room, so we could throw a lot more stuff in there, like the reactors, which should be inside. O2, H2 generators inside as well. I think we have another small tank, small hydrogen tank somewhere. Do we? We do. We do have another one in there somewhere, so it's probably in between something. So we do have to find out eventually. I probably leave the hydrogen engines outside because that gives it a nice little look. I'll probably keep that like this. And eventually, yes, we do need to figure out if this cargo container being out like this is going to create an airtight system or not. If not, we might have to move it. But yeah, so I think that's about it for today. Thank you for watching Ship Evolution. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, the series, hit that thumbs up. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.